Our guest now is Yannick Pelletier. His game against Morozevich with black ended in a draw just a couple of minutes ago. Vor einigen Minuten. Jetzt ist mir nicht mehr so sicher, welche Sprache muss ich nutzen. Und no. We say now in English, of course.
English,
of course.
I
So I was okay. I was on the right way.
Okay. So,
Okay, I'll leave it to you now.
Okay. So I played my.
Your favorite opening.
It's not my favorite, but in this tournament, I don't want to have any surprises.
You said that it is not your favorite opening.
Well, in this circumstances,
What do you play? Sicilian also?
I can play Sicilian or Philidor also. But in this tournament, I decided that solidity has to be.
Solidity before everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he went for this line. Yeah. I did not really expect him to play e4 and go for
So you
this.
repeated the same thing you played against Caruana.
Yeah. Caruana didn't play g3.
Yes, I know.
Well, I expected like d4 or c4, more like more closed positions. But okay, he went for this g3, b6. Yeah, I want to challenge his bishop on the long diagonal. So this is the idea of b6. But the drawback of this b6 is the check here. Bishop d7. Okay, now there are quite a few games with bishop e2 immediately. Bishop c6. Bishop c6. As in the game. Castle. Bishop d6, knight e5. Takes. Now we can either play queen d5, as I did, or exchange on d1 and then play knight to d7. This is the other. And basically we have not played a4, a6, as we had in the game. In the game we had a4, a6, and this is in white's favor. Because here this is solid, a6, the a6 pawn is never hanging. And, well, in the game he had this chance of a4, a5, while, of course, if he plays a4 now, I will play a5 and blockade the queen side, and take some space and blockade the queen side. So here there is basically no problem for black.
You can even accept bishop e3, knight c5, this exchange.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't even
because your pawns are good on black squares.
Black squares.
So no problem.
But he went for a4, and I think I did not look at this. Or maybe I looked at it, but I didn't remember during the game. So, well, I went for a6. It seems that bishop d6 is also possible now. Maybe better to play bishop d6 immediately. Okay, I wasn't sure about knight e5 still. Because if I go for this position, or let's say maybe first I take here, this position. Aha, I didn't see. I have knight g4. Yeah. Knight g4 seems to be good.
Yeah.
So I didn't see this knight g4. I thought that with this pawn on d5 I would have some problems. But knight g4 is of course a small detail. So yeah, bishop d6 would probably be better than what I did. Because after that the endgame is a bit unpleasant. Bishop e2. So now he wants to play this.
Of course.
So bishop c6 is logical. Castle. And I played bishop d6. Okay, there is a difference also with a4, a6, that maybe I can just play solidly like this, and if he goes here, just bishop b7, because now he doesn't have bishop b5 check because of this pawn, which is possible in this position. I cannot, of course, go here because of bishop b5.
But his idea probably is to play bishop f3 and to use this some
I was looking at this
weak
position.
White squares, especially c6.
I wasn't sure about this one.
Yes, what is going on?
If I take, I don't know. I don't know if I have to take with a pawn, because here, kind of rook e1, I still have to solve some problems.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I can simply castle, but I'm not so sure. And try to play bishop d6.
Nothing letting. Something like knight c6, yes, bishop d6 and bishop g5.
If I play this, d7, yeah.
Yes, bishop e7.
Yeah, somehow this square on c6 is.
Yes, this is some achievement. Some achievement for white.
Yeah. So not so easy. So I decided to go for this endgame anyway. knowing fully, I mean, I was sure that this a4, a6 is an advantage for white compared to the normal line. So knight e5. Well, I briefly considered moves like bishop e4 also. This is not very logical, but again, using the fact that a6 does not allow check here. And if he plays bishop f3, now I can take on e5. I think I can take on e5. It looks
Yes, you can.
like it's going to be okay. But I thought that maybe he was going to play like a5, b5, maybe strange moves like this, which he's capable of. And if I castle,
Yes,
try to play, you know,
yes,
c3,
now he's
d4.
playing on black squares, especially c5 square.
And, it's not easy to achieve c5 for me.
Yes, trying to put.
But maybe
knight
the
on
position
C5.
is not. Maybe it's not a big deal because I have this bishop on the long diagonal also. And if one day he exchanges it like bishop f3, let's say I play a move like queen e7 and he plays b4 in order to stop c5. And then if he exchanges the bishop, then I have the white squares also. So maybe it's not a big deal. I wasn't sure, but I decided to follow what I knew. So this I can also take here. I'm not sure what is best. Here, go here. No idea if this is best or here. Whenever he plays f4 in this position, okay. First I should probably play a5. And then I'll try to blockade his pawns with this,
yes,
because now the bishop is not coming to g5 because of this pawn.
h5, g6, put all
So,
the.
and otherwise, okay, maybe he can play a5 himself, because if I take, then he can take on a6. Somehow.
This might be dangerous for you.
Yes, because
To allow
of this
him
pawn.
passed pawn on the queen side might be dangerous for
But
you.
okay, I have this square here, so maybe I can check and knight
Aha,
take a knight
then,
f3.
yes.
This is also a detail. Looks like he. I know here I have knight d4 and knight takes c2. Can I play this? Knight e1. So it looks like I'm gaining back some pawns because
Yes, of course.
he goes up. I can. Oops. Takes this pawn. And
You are pawn up. For
I'm
the
a pawn
moment.
up. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to win this, of course. But
No, you are not going to win. Maybe
anyway, so maybe this was maybe better because in the game he managed to play a5, which is good because now he's fixing all my queen side, and he has many ideas. First of all, the black squares sometimes are weak.
Yes.
Maybe his bishop can enter,
If
or
he-
as we saw
if
in the
he
game, the
could
king can enter.
If he could put his bishop on c5, it would be ideal
Yeah,
for white.
okay, for
But
the moment I
for
have
the
my-
moment this is
My knight,
well controlled.
yeah,
So he
dominating
plays
his bishop.
bishop d2. Now we have this opposition.
But okay, he also has ideas with c4 at some point. Let's say I take. I wasn't really sure how to make it here. I thought I had an idea like maybe this is not so stupid. To castle here and play rook b8 next.
Rook fb8 and bishop
and
b5.
bishop b5.
Yes. of
Although
course.
bishop b5 he always takes on d5. Somehow I'm still a little bit worse.
No,
Not
this is
it's not great, but
not
too much. But
not too much.
this idea was possible. So that's why probably he went for bishop d2, just developing his pieces.
Opposition against the knight.
Yeah, because now if I
Famous
castle
opposition,
here,
bishop knight.
yeah, if I castle here, then he's not going to play c4. So my king is a bit far from the action. So
But if he tries b3 and c4.
yeah, this is maybe a possibility. Yeah. He
I
could
was
also
thinking
try.
about this because this was the first moment when I saw your position exactly after bishop d2.
Yeah. Okay, b3 was an option, but I'm never really forced to take when he plays. Let's say I can go here, c4, knight here. Bishop
Now
is attacked.
something-
Yeah.
I don't know. Bishop
b3,
b4,
e4.
e3.
Okay.
No, e3 doesn't make sense because of
Knight
knight
f5
f5.
always coming, yeah.
But b4 might be an idea. But you control the
And,
only
okay,
open
this is-
line, so
This kind of position I was contemplating always. I wasn't really sure what it is because now the bishop is coming to c5. My knight is coming probably, I don't know where my knight is going. Maybe it's going to d4. In general, it's this pawn is dangerous, but it can also be
You can block him,
become
of
weak,
course.
weak
King
at some
comes,
points.
it
You know?
can become weak.
And maybe in 10 moves I'll be able to take this pawn. So, but for the moment my pieces have to be coordinated. Otherwise I might end up in big trouble.
Okay, I think this was his only chance in this position. D3 and C4. You think it's
I'm not so sure because what
what
he
he
did in
played?
the game is also unpleasant.
unpleasant? Let us see. I didn't see.
Okay, here I think I
Again.
would play simply knight
Perfect
c6, hitting this pawn.
Mm-hmm.
What can he do? If he plays f4, then of course he's
Aha, we are still in the analysis. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah this.
Okay. Yes, this
And
looks,
maybe king b or rook
this looks
d5.
logical.
Rook d5. It's already a pawn.
That's a double attack.
Yeah. So okay, if he plays
Moment. Rook. Aha, then it's hanging also. No, this is not so sure. Rook AC1.
I take on f.
Bishop
Aha.
B6.
Okay, and if I take on here,
If you take here, then I must look a little bit what's going on.
many forks.
Yes, many forks.
Anyways, yeah.
No, I have to play bishop b6. You play rook d7, rook 8 d7.
No, but oops. Should have,
Mm-hmm. Now I must do something.
can I not play this?
Aha. Oh, no. That's too many forks, as you said.
Too many forks. Yeah.
Too many forks. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
So here,
this
basically,
is
if he plays f4, I always have counterplay
No.
somehow.
This is
It's-
out of question
yeah.
because you are just too active.
Maybe
and
knight
then the
d4,
second
maybe not.
rank is opened and
Yeah.
too
So
many,
it's probably
too
okay.
many counterplay.
But what he did was not so bad. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
why? Okay, this.
Also.
f3 is normal to come with the king. Rook
Yes,
h d8.
also. Mm-hmm.
And now I have this idea, knight e7 always, basically on any move. And if he doesn't do really much, I'm going to play maybe knight f5 and rook d5. And I want to force him to play f4, because when he plays f4, then it's more difficult for him to create
No, it's in
play
your
on
favor.
the,
It's in
on the
your
king's
favor.
side. Okay, he went king f2 after
Mhm.
long think. Knight e7 and knight, yeah, bishop g5. Looked like not very strong, but maybe it's not so bad. Okay, if he plays this, I wanted. Oh, sorry. No, if he plays, if he plays this. Yeah, I was thinking about knight here. Sometimes I want to go here also. Doesn't
And
look
if
too.
bishop c5, then it's again rook d5.
Knight d5, knight d4.
Or rook d5. Why not rook d5?
Yeah, rook d5 also
It's
looks
a double
pretty
attack
good.
again.
Oops. Yeah,
It's again a double attack.
also good. Yeah.
So it doesn't work.
Doesn't really make sense. So bishop
No.
g5 was okay,
Mhm.
but here I thought he was going to take with the bishop.
Mhm. Just to keep one rook on the board.
Yeah,
Since he controls...
and here maybe paradoxically take, because if he doesn't do it, then again I'm going to play knight
Mhm.
f5, get some squares. Always the same idea: knight f5 and rook d5. And if I force him again, if I force him to play f4, then it looks like I'm
Mhm.
more or less equal. So takes, maybe king e3.
Mhm.
And now it's not so easy. Probably I shouldn't touch anything here, because unless he plays f4.
Yes, because
But-
king can...
But even f4 is not so. Yeah. Sometimes he can. Oops. If I play something like h6, let's say he's going to play this, and then okay, let's say I move random like this, and he's going to play this, then this, and then maybe okay.
He'll try to open
this,
one of these lines
this,
and to put the rook, to
Yeah.
activate the rook. Yes,
And-
this is...
I might be worse on both sides. So if I don't touch, like if I don't play h6, okay, let's go back with the rook here, which makes sense. Bishop e2.
d2, yes.
Now I can try maybe to force him f4, to play f4,
Yes.
and go back. But still, it's
He will try to push these pawns
Yeah.
on the king side with the idea to open one of the lines.
yeah.
Because you cannot, you control, of course, D line, but you don't have any entrance.
Mhm. So it's still a bit unpleasant. Maybe I
Yes.
should be more.
It's surprising that
Hurry a
he
little
didn't
bit.
try.
Well, he thought that this
Yes.
was very good. In fact, he saw quite far, but
Mhm.
he missed a detail, I think. So he took with the rook on d1.
Okay.
I took and knight g6, which forces him to defend this pawn. f4, and now I can exchange the two bishops. Bishop h4 is forced. I can still wait. I'm not forced to take immediately, but probably it doesn't really make sense to wait. So I took, and here I found the right defense, although maybe there is another one. But I thought from a practical point of view it was best to play what I did. I went f5. Well, if I don't touch anything here and just wait with the bishop, with the idea of course, to play c5 and blockade his square. So he's going to probably to play b4 at some point. I play.
I think he will play c3, bishop c2, trying to play f5.
Yeah,
That's
what I was thinking about. Well, even on c5, the king, yeah.
Even looking to put the king on
so
c5.
So he's going to play this. I have to wait somehow, like bishop h1 doesn't really matter. This, wait, c3, or maybe even try to play c4. Let's say bishop e4. He waits.
Okay, waits.
Because, okay, if he tries to force me to weaken my queen side, here I have the time to play g6 and h5, and it's blockaded and it's a draw.
Now it's over.
On the other hand, if I play g6, then he plays h5.
Then he plays h5.
And he has succeeded.
Yes, he has succeeded. Then it's
so I cannot touch anything here.
Here this is Zugzwang. He played bishop e2.
Bishop e2?
You must leave him on this diagonal.
Yeah, because
B1,
if I go
H7,
here, of course,
then you are losing c6 pawn, of course.
So I have to wait again here.
And bishop d3 now.
Bishop d3. And, okay, I have to wait. I wasn't sure I'm losing this, but...
no, me either, but...
but I thought he has
just
ideas
to try.
with f5.
I mean, this is the only motive to play for a win.
And sometimes if he opens the king side, like if I wait again, let's say something like this, and he opens the king side, then maybe sometimes he can come back with the king.
Yes, of course. This
and
might
try
be
to enter, let's say this idea, just this idea, I'm not sure. Here, and now he tries to bring the king here. Moves the bishop. It's still not easy to come through. Right?
No.
Because my king is also coming here. I can defend from f8. So maybe not so much, in fact. Also, this is possible to try, but then I play e5.
The only thing you must be careful is to lose this pawn on a6.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It's always tricky. So maybe it's also draw. He can try c4. I wait. Maybe bishop here. Okay, now I can. Maybe not. Okay, it's maybe a draw also. But what I did, I thought was more practical because he doesn't have any chances with pawns
in fact,
break.
you stopped this idea.
f5. So now, of course, if he takes here, then I have a better structure, and the king is coming quite easily to d6. And if he plays
he might find himself with the pawn down practically, if you manage to with e5. Because these two double pawns on h, practically he's pawn down.
And now I can choose if I want to play e5 or not. And it's quite easy to play now for me because his king is not so active. So what he did was good. I think when he went for this endgame, he saw, okay, we'll see what he saw later, but, and now bishop e8, I think it's also important. Okay, my bishop will be very passive, closed into the house, but basically I'm holding, and I never get into Zugzwang. But I think it's important that I get h5 and g6.
h5 and g6, yes.
Because if I wait like bishop e4 or bishop h1, doesn't really matter. Okay, he's coming here. I think I have to play always this kind of defense, and now he has bishop h5.
Yes.
And let's say I wait, he attacks from here, this and b3.
It's dangerous, b3 and c4.
I'm losing the pawn.
Yes, now it's different.
So here I'm lost.
Here I'm lost, of course.
That's why I have to be passive and prevent this bishop h5. So he went king d4, c6, king c5, king c7, bishop f3, and h5. Again, if I wait here, then he can try to enter here, and I probably end up in a Zugzwang.
You will come in Zugzwang.
Bishop f7, and then I have no move.
Yes, of course.
So h5 to blockade him, c4, g6, b4. Okay, let's say, okay, before he offered the draw, because he saw basically, if he tries to play this, now his only idea to try to win, because he doesn't have any access to my pawns here. So if his only idea to try to win is to play bishop b7 and to force the entrance with the king. I have to take because otherwise, because otherwise he wants to take.
Yes, of course.
So
King
here,
d6.
king d6, and that's, I think he said that's what he saw a long time ago, more or less, when he played when he went into this endgame here. When he exchanged rooks, he saw something like this, because he thought for a very long time around here. So he had seen this idea of bishop b7 and king d6. And he thought I have to play this, but then he's probably winning here. If I play this like king here, and now, of course, he wants to push, or he wants to take, so not so easy. Okay, probably I can still.
I don't believe that he will win this position.
So here, why not? Okay, after this, unfortunately, there is bishop d5.
Yes, of course.
But takes.
Okay, king e7.
Takes.
Still, I don't believe that you can lose this position.
Yeah, well.
You are practically bishop against two connected pawns.
Yeah, I know.
And?
Yeah, it's not so easy still. What do you play?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Bishop d5, let's say.
d5, king here. Maybe king e6 is the only move. Ah, no, king e6. Yeah.
Why not king e6? Take. Okay. King f4. Who's better here? Aha, you'll play like this. King
g3.
Here, of course. Check on f7. Check on f7 first.
And wins.
Still, yes, of course, maybe. But
it's not so easy. Maybe it's a draw, but I have a very good move here. Yeah, I have a very good move, which is king c8, not bishop c6, but king c8.
No, of course. Why should
king
you?
c8, yeah. Because the bishop is passive and it looks like it's dominating.
Bishop c6 is a move looking for counterplay, but there is no counterplay because his pawns all are
all
black
on black,
squares.
yeah,
So
course,
why to play bishop c6?
King d8. Otherwise, now he wants to play king here, so I have to blockade this square and play king d8. Now he has two moves, king f6 or king d6. King f6. What does he want? But basically, I have no move. Yeah, I cannot move the bishop, so I have to play king d7.
Okay.
Now, of course, if he plays this, then only black can win, because I'm going to win the pawn. So, but he has a little Zugzwang with this.
With this?
Extra move.
Extra move.
So I have to go back here.
Yes.
e6.
Okay.
And here I can make a draw because he has moved the pawn to e6 compared to this line which he looked before. And the pawn is on e6. Now I play this. Takes, because if
king e7.
King f7. Oops. King f7. Bishop d5. Very important.
Yes.
Pinning the pawn. So he doesn't have any progress here.
No, he must
king takes g6. And now it's important. I think it's important to play this. Takes. Because he has another option too, which is to play this, but then bishop d5, and I win the e pawn. This is the big difference because of his pawn here. So king takes h5, and now king f6. Because again, if I take this, I might lose. Or maybe I'm no, I'm not. Maybe I'm not losing because of check on e8.
Check on e8, of course.
Check on e8, yeah. And king g5. Basically, this is quite easy draw, I think here.
Okay.
Probably.
Are you obliged to play this move?
No, probably best just bishop f3.
Yeah.
And now this.
And if h6?
h6, then
you go back just. I think.
Or maybe easiest. Yeah, okay. Maybe easiest.
Just waiting. I think it's only white who risks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But okay, king f6 is also quite easy because now his king is stuck on the h file, and if he plays this, I don't care. I give a check here, and I can wait easily. And suddenly it looks like black can win, and not white.
Only black can win this position. Yes,
so this is not possible. Where was this? So we go back to this position. Here we looked at king f6. He also has king d6.
Moment.
Yeah.
Moment, jetzt. Now what? The first move which comes up to my mind is bishop d7.
Yeah, bishop d7, e6.
6 and bishop c8.
Bishop c8 or bishop e8?
Or bishop e8, we must decide.
Yeah, but bishop e8, this.
Aha, against some kind of a Zugzwang, and then king e7.
And then the king is coming here.
Okay, then bishop c8. Let's try bishop.
I'm not sure this is winning.
Of course,
but,
of course, this is also.
Looks better than before because my king is further now.
Yes, it's further now.
And even if I go here, then probably this one wins. Simply just finished immediately.
Yes. So let's go to bishop c8.
e8 would be a
looks more
mistake.
logical. Looks more logical. This bishop c8.
Bishop c8 looks like a draw. Again, he can try things, but okay. Basically, if he plays e7.
Just against a6 pawn.
Yeah, but this is easy defense now.
This is
probably
easy
bishop c6
defense.
or king
Yes.
d6 and.
No, he risks again to lose the game.
Yeah, only white can.
Yes,
can
only
lose
white
this.
can lose.
Maybe
Yes,
I can
of course.
simply wait here.
Of course.
So no problem for black, or maybe
No.
even better. And what else was there? King after bishop c8. Yeah, there is no Zugzwang if he plays h3. What did I see here? I think I saw simply
King
this.
e8, of course.
And again, if he tries
Again, you take.
I can already come here.
No, he's lost already, I think.
So he cannot play bishop a6 without really risking anything. And basically he doesn't have any way to improve his position in this position. There is no Zugzwang because I can always wait with my bishop here.
Yes.
Or if he comes there, he comes there, I wait, he comes here, I play this, no Zugzwang because now I have bishop c8, and he cannot go back to this diagonal. If he could go back to this diagonal, then nothing would happen either.
Nothing would happen. Because
Now the only
he
thing
cannot-
is he has to try to play bishop
Yes.
c6, but he never manages it. Here.
So after b4 he offered a draw.
Yeah, after before you offer the draw. because-
Uh-huh.
Okay, 31 moves, so it's allowed. Yeah, no way to improve the position, basically. And also he can, what I would play here is bishop d7 and wait. He can wait, I wait. Yeah, nothing happens.
No, it's nothing to do.
He can try again to come to this diagonal, but nothing, just wait here. And, okay, all my pawns are on white, but he has no entry.
No entry, yes.
Oops. No entry, so it's still a draw. The bishop is very bad, but
Positional
But it holds.
advantage because of the pawns on white, but
it holds.
it's a fortress.
Yeah, so
Black position is practically a kind of a fortress. Because you
yeah,
cannot,
indeed,
white
Nothing.
cannot go through.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it was something interesting today, because